A dark day for Singapore. Their leader, their country's forefather, died. Lee Kuan Yew was the first Prime Minister of Singapore, and he still held the chair until his death. He died in the hospital while he was being treated for pneumonia. He was 91 at the time of his death. Lee Kuan Yew is a Stanford-educated lawyer. He is the Iron Man who bought out a wealthy global hub out of a small port town. He was the country's Prime Minister for the past 31 years. He is well known for the world as the architect of the modern Singapore.
But there is always another side for the coin. While his strategies were being praised, his policies were criticized all over the world. His lust for power was a phenomenal black mark on his administration. The freedom of speech was restricted while his political opponents were targeted by the courts. Naturally, after his death, his son Lee Hsien Loong took up the chair as the Prime Minister. He gave an emotional address to all the people of the country. He said, and I quote, "He fought for our independence. He built a nation where there was none and made us proud to be Singaporeans. We won't see another man like him." Mr. Lee made his first mark in the history after removing his country from the British regime. The separation from Malaysia is another true achievement under his name. He formed People Actions Party, which has governed Singapore since 1959.
After hearing about his death, many prominent personalities from all over the world responded. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said he was deeply saddened by Mr. Lee's death. US President Barack Obama described him as a giant of the history. The Chinese Foreign Ministry called him a uniquely influential statesman in Asia.
When he took the mantle of Singapore after separation from Malaysia, he promised the people to build a meritocratic, multiracial nation. But Singapore is a small country with no naturally existing resources. Then, when his expertise as a lawyer helped him in constructing a new economic model. While talking to the New York Times in 2007, he told, "We knew that if we were just like our neighbors, we would die. We had to produce something which is different and better than what they have," Mr. Lee told the New York Times in 2007.
He created an English-fluent workforce with better skills. He reached out to the foreign manufacturers to invest in their country to make it a manufacturing hub. With the new economic model, the stability rose in the governance. But it came with some price. The press and media were kept on tight leash. Political opponents were ruthlessly crushed. There are only 6 opposition leaders in the parliament who can dare to go against the ruling party.
There are some other incidents where he imposed a ban on chewing gum, corporal punishments, matchmaking for the Singapore brightest to create smarter babies, that led to huge controversies. However, Mr. Lee remained unmoved. Other measures, such as corporal punishment,
whoever governs Singapore must have that iron in him, or give it up. I have spent a whole lifetime building this, and as long as I'm in charge, nobody is going to knock it down, he told during a rally in 1980.
आज जब मैं सरदार भगत सिंह जी की शहादत के इस पावन पर्व पर इस पवित्र धरती पर आया हूं, तब मैं सरकार ने बजट में घोषणा की है, क्योंकि पंजाब और किसान उसका अटूट नाता है, पंजाब और जवान उसका अटूट नाता है, और इसलिए अमृतसर में किसानों के लिए उपयोगी हो ऐसी इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर हॉर्टिकल्चर रिसर्च एंड एजुकेशन